Very often we are asked by clients, especially Chinese clients, who want to move their money out of China for investment or for purchase of property. Today we look at the China foreign exchange law and the general picture about these area rules. We're talking about the foreign exchange. You need to at least distinguish two types of foreign exchange. We call it capital accounts of foreign exchange. The second is current account. Well, current account, it means the daily uses of foreign exchange that happening all the time. For example, international trade, export and import, and business traveling. Uh, we go to a foreign university for schooling, a foreign come to China university for schooling. This kind of cross-border foreign exchange transaction, we call it current account. But there's the other one, the capital account. Capital account, it often means the investment money. A foreign investor who want to set up a company in China, or Chinese citizen who want to go to outside China to invest, set up a foreign company for business operation. This kind of also includes foreign loans or treasury bonds. If you purchase American treasury bonds, that's also that's also a capital account of foreign exchange. So basically, China still heavily regulates its capital account of foreign exchange because that's probably very important, very critical for the China financial security. Remember, back in 1997, there is a financial crisis in Southeast Asia. I think it started from Thailand, or when their currency collapsed because a lot of foreign investment fled that country. So that is, we call it a capital flight. When that happened, the foreign country, like in the Southeast Asia, the money is gone. So the economy suffers a lot. But back then, China has a very tight control over its capital account. I think probably it's very likely because that China keep that control. The foreign investment cannot really go away, get out of China very easily. So we can keep the capital, the money inside of China. So China does not really suffer that much, that badly as some of the Southeast Asia countries. Well, that's about the general picture about China current foreign exchange status quo. But well, you see, although we say China has a very strict control over foreign exchange, for the money outgoing, but many foreigners, people in the United States, in Canada, Australia, probably some of the European countries, they have seen so many Chinese, that purchase the local property in a greedy way, right? Push up a local property price very much out of the reach of the local citizen, local residents, and cause a lot of outcries in those foreign countries. Well, but why? How the Chinese people can manage to get their money to purchase the properties? That's a puzzle here, right? And also, you might hear of the China annual quota, foreign exchange quota, 50,000 US dollar. That's the quota everybody probably knows a bit. That it refers to a Chinese citizen who can purchase or convert foreign exchange in a year up to US dollar 50,000. For example, if I want to pay a certain amount of money to my foreign friends, but I don't have the US dollar in my account, I need to use my Chinese currency RMB to purchase this American dollar from a local bank in China. So within, if the amount is not more than 50,000, I can actually process the transaction purchase on online, use the online banking, or simply in the mobile application. But if I need to pay more than 50,000, can I do it? Or I was simply prohibited to pay over 50,000? No, I still can pay over 50,000 so long as I can produce a document to support why I have such legitimate need to purchase that much for exchange. So that if the bank look at all the document I presented, and if you think it's okay, they will just sell that for exchange to me. I can still pay, as much as I can prove. Okay, this is about purchase. The same thing is about converting foreign exchange money into the Chinese currency. If I receive a big amount money from my foreign client or foreign friend into in US dollar, I want to convert it into RMB. In that case, within 50,000 US dollar, I can just convert without telling too much, without producing any document to prove where the money comes from. But if I need to convert more than 50,000, in that case, I can only submit document proof where I get that much money. Now, if the bank is okay with my documentation, I can still manage to convert that much money into RMB. Okay, this is the annual quota stuff for Chinese citizen. Well, if you think about only 50,000, but how can those people who buy the luxury property in a foreign country, like in Canada? I was in Canada this late January, February. I was in Vancouver West. I saw so many that beautiful standalone houses that they hang the Chinese Spring Festival kind of a slogan. When I see that kind of slogan, I know it's the owner is a Chinese. Well, but how can they get so much money out for purchasing those properties? Okay, here let's talk about. We come to the main point of this topic of this today's video about the options, the methods, the Chinese citizen that can move in their money out of China for their investment or purchase in foreign countries. First, it's we call it the ants moving. It means ants. I mean, the small insect crawling on the ground. Or it's a metaphor actually. It means Chinese people who use their annual quota 50,000. You will gather a group of people, your family member, your friends, who can help you to contribute their annual quota for your purchase, for your investment. So you will ask them to use their annual quota to send money into your foreign account. By this way, we call it, because quite a number of people doing the same thing at the same time. That called ants movement. But this can be risky now because Chinese central bank or foreign exchange authority are keeping a close eyes on people moving money this way. So if your friend, the Chinese friend who does this, advise him or her that do it in a calculated way. I mean, do not ask many people to send money at the same time. You can send money bit by bit over time. That try to avoid the intention of the foreign exchange authority. The second way is we call it money swap. It's actually the underground banking system. You can also call it well, I remember there's a term by OECD, informal value transfer system. It works similarly. Okay, it generally means the underground banking operator, they will ask you to put the money, the RMB, the Chinese currency, into their designated bank account in China. It's an individual person's account, but controlled by the underground banking operator. So after you deposit money, the RMB, into this controlled account here in China, generally it takes probably a dozen minutes, or not more than half an hour, if the amount is not huge. They can credit the same amount, the equivalent amount of foreign exchange, US dollar, other currency, euros, into the client's overseas bank account in Hong Kong or Singapore or probably other countries. But by this way, you see, the Chinese client pay money here. The underground banking operator pay the foreign exchange outside China to the client's bank account in the overseas market. But this way, this is a very common way of moving money out of China, and it has been taking place, I think, all day, every day, because there's a market for that kind of demand, right? So it's not surprising at all. The third one is kind of a special way of moving money out of China. Generally, it involves a Chinese citizen like me. Actually, I have used all this method of moving money out of China. I have tried myself all the method except the last one I'm going to talk about later. When you use a credit card, I mean the Chinese citizen will create an online bank account with a corporation called Investor Trust. You can also log on investor-trust.com. That website. When the Chinese person create that account, then they can use their credit card to buy the product, to put money into that account. When I talk about the credit card, you can only use the Master or Visa credit card. You cannot use the China UnionPay. China UnionPay does not work here. Be careful. So if the Chinese person has a huge credit line from their bank, they can use up the credit line to sink money out into that account created with Investor Trust Group. So when the client used up that credit line, he can prepay the credit card probably next day, in a couple of days, and then the bank will restore your credit line to the original amount. So you can use that credit line again to purchase the product with the Investor Trust that financial group. By repeat this transaction, you can actually sink quite a substantial amount of money to your overseas to that online financial account with the financial group. The tricky thing is, generally speaking, Chinese citizens are not allowed to buy such a foreign wealth management product. But I don't know how this company managed to do that. The Chinese citizen can use our China credit card, the credit card issued by China banks, to buy their products, and the money, the value, we can show on the client's online account with that financial group. Then after the money goes into your your account with that financial group, you know, after a certain period of time, they will allow you to withdraw the account value into withdraw the when you withdraw the money, they will pay you foreign exchange, US dollar, euro, into the client's foreign overseas bank account. So by this way, the client can see the money always goes into the account created in its own name, right? So it's if at least it feels much safer to do this way. Also, the good thing about this method of moving money out, when you withdraw the money, when the client withdraw money from that online account with investor trust group, and the money was paid in foreign exchange into the client's overseas bank account, that money can be clearly demonstrated where it comes from. It does not come from a drug dealing. It's not from any other illegal activity, right? It's from your own financial product. So the good thing about this point is you can prove the legitimate source of your money when you use the money to purchase a property in some of the countries who are, for example, in European countries, they have very strong, restricted anti-money laundering laws. If you cannot explain where the money comes from, you probably cannot use it. All right. So, so this credit card method is in my opinion, it's a pretty good one to move money out because it does not involve any strangers a third party's bank account like the one you have to use in the money swap method, second method. So here, this is the third method of moving. So the fourth one is the international trading method. It means the client can misprice their export goods when they deal with the export import by pay much more necessary. So that difference, the difference will be credit in offshore into client's bank account. For example, if the Chinese client is an importer, a buyer, that goods probably is only is worth 1 million. He might pay 1.5 million outside China, because this kind of international trading you can always apply to the bank to send money out. Of course, this is you cannot go too far. The still monitor Chinese foreign exchange still monitoring such financial transactions, but most cases there's always a leeway you can make use of. So by using the international trading system, people can actually send quite a substantial amount of money out of China. But this is not everybody can. This message is not available to everybody. It's probably you have to have some people, some friends in this international trading business to help you with that. I have last year I have used a friend of mine who do the electronic international trading. I just send a certain amount of money to him, and he will use that money in his business, and actually in a very short time he can also give me bank US dollar into my overseas account. So this is the international trading route, but the four methods that we've discussed just now are very durable. Okay, if you there's some people who can introduce some other more sophisticated ways of moving money out. I'm not really convinced. One of the guy who asked me to cooperate with him um, they they are they are engaging gold transaction, in the gold the shining gold. Um, they say if you provide money to their company, to their designated account, that money will be used for purchase gold in China, and in the same time, they can sell the goods outside China market. I don't know how it works, but it seems that's the way he described to me. So when the gold is sold outside China market, they can receive the sale proceeds in their foreign account, and then the money can be paid to the client, to the Chinese citizen who want to move money out. Well, I have never tried this before. Today we discussed basically the five, or actually you can say four ways of moving money out. These four uh, methods have been tried by myself as well. So it can be done, but for the money swap, you have to find a small trust, okay? Because you paid money into a third party bank account, you might feel it's not safe. That's the difficulty you have to overcome if you want to use that money swap. But money swap can be very effective to getting a big amount of money out of China in a short time. All the other methods will take time. Even international trading, if we have to do many international trade business in order to move big amount out. So if the client, if the Chinese citizen who need to move money out, you need to advise them to plan, to do planning. You cannot just think about want to send a big amount of money in a short time, and we just we need it, like in an emergency scenario or circumstance. So if the Chinese citizen can do that kind of planning, all these ways you can accumulate quite substantial amount of money over time. So when they need foreign exchange to buy property or to investment, so they have it already there. And that's I think the sensible way, an advisable way for the Chinese citizen or Chinese people to do when they need to move money out. Okay, today is for talking about moving money out of China. I hope that will be helpful to you or to your Chinese friends. And if you think it's useful, you can share this video with your friends. If you think the channel is good, please subscribe, and I will come up with some other new video in the future. But my next video will be about moving money out by foreigners. Okay, I hope you will enjoy. So stay tuned, and I will see you next time.